Hello students, you're welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be looking at another interesting topic, longitude and time. Last lesson we discussed about latitude and distance and some of the uses of the lines of latitude. So this lesson we'll be looking at various objectives. One, we should be able to define longitude. What line do we refer to as longitude on the globe? Also, we'll be looking at the prime meridian. What do we refer to as the prime meridian? Also, we'll be looking at some of the similarities between longitude and latitude. What is it that is common to both longitude and latitude? Also, at this lesson, we'll be looking at some of the differences between longitude and latitude. And of course, we'll be discussing the uses of the lines of longitude. Now, we are also going to be looking at the importance of the lines of longitude, and we'll be looking at how to calculate the local time of a place. How do we calculate the local time of a place? All this is what we are going to be looking at this lesson. Now the question is, what is longitude? Longitude are imaginary lines drawn on the globe running from north to south at right angle to the parallels. Longitude is a measurement of location east or west of the prime meridian at Greenwich. The specially designated imaginary north-south line that passes through both geographic poles and Greenwich, London, measured also in degrees, minutes, and seconds. Longitude is the amount of arc created by drawing first a line from Earth's center to the intersection of the equator and the prime meridian, and then to another line from Earth's center to any point elsewhere on the equator. Longitude is measured 180 both east and west of the prime meridian. Now looking at the prime meridian, the prime meridian, lines of latitude are known as parallels, while that of longitude are known as meridians. The distance between longitude narrows the further away from the equator. As you move from the poles, the distance between each line of longitude becomes shorter or smaller until they converge at the north and south poles. The distance between longitude reaches zero at the poles as the lines of meridian converge at that point. Lines of longitude are known as the meridian, the prime meridian, and they divide the earth into two hemispheres, the eastern and western hemisphere. The important lines of longitudes are longitude 0 degree, which is the prime meridian, longitude 180 degree east, longitude 180 degree west, and longitude 100 degree. Next, we'll be looking at the uses of longitude. Lines of longitude in conjunction with that of latitude are used to determine the exact location of places on the map. Lines of longitude are also used to calculate the local time of places on the Earth's surface. Now, what are the similarities between lines of latitude and lines of longitude? Both lines are imaginary lines drawn on the globe. Both are measured in degrees. Both are used in location of places. And they both contain great circle. Next, the question is, what is a great circle? A great circle is any line that divides the Earth into two equal hemispheres. Also, the center of the great circle is also the center of the Earth. Next, we'll be looking at differences between longitude and latitude. Some of the differences that exist between longitude and latitude: the lines of latitude, they run from west to east, while that of longitude, they run from north to south. Lines of latitudes are parallel to each other. Lines of longitude are not parallel, but they converge at the poles. In latitude, only the equator is a great circle, while that of longitude has many circles, as any opposite pairs of lines make a great circle. Lines of latitudes are called parallel, while that of longitude are called meridian. Lines of latitude are used in measuring distances, while that of longitude is used in calculating local times. In longitude, the Greenwich meridian is the reference point, while that of latitude, the equator, is the reference point. A great circle is any line that divides the Earth into two equal hemispheres. The shortest distance between any 2 points on the Earth's surface lies along circumference of the great circle, which passes through this point. Next, we'll be looking at the international date line. The line on Earth where one calendar day becomes the next is known as the international date line, which passes through the Pacific Ocean. The line is generally found 180 degrees from the prime meridian, but the line circumvents some regions and Iceland to avoid dividing contiguous pieces of France and countries into two separate days. The line is zigzag at some place to avoid some group of Iceland. Whenever the international date line is crossed, a whole day is either lost or gained. Crossing to the east, a day is gained, and crossing to the west, a day is lost. Next, we'll be looking at the time zones. The world is split into 24 different time zones, and each zone covers 15 degrees of longitude or 1 hour. All places located on the same time zone have the same time. The Greenwich Mean Time simply refers to the time at longitude 0 degree and is the time also known as the world time. Next, we'll be looking at how to calculate the local time of a place and the longitude as well. Now, some of the procedures include: you locate the two places involved in the question, and you find the longitude differences that exist between the two places. Thereafter, you convert the longitude difference to that of time. Next, you adjust the time according to the direction of movement, whether east or west. Now, looking at the example before us, said calculate the local time of Nigeria with longitude 15 degrees east and that of Ethiopia 45 degrees east, when we have local time of Ethiopia to be 5 p.m. For us to calculate this, we first of all locate the two places involved. Know that Nigeria comes before Ethiopia because the longitude increases from 0 to 180 eastwards. So 15 degrees comes before 45 degrees. Next, you look for difference. For us to get the difference, remember places that are on the same longitude, you subtract, while those that are on different longitude, you add. Of course, the Greenwich is always 0. Now, from the questions that we have before us, the longitude difference between 45 degrees east and 15 degrees east is 30 degrees. And to convert the longitude to time, you simply divide by 15 degrees. Remember, 15 degrees equivalent to 1 hour. And by the time we do that, we'll have 2 hours. Remember, to the east, we gain time, and to the west, we lose time. So looking at the position, is tending towards the western part. So we subtract 2 hours from 5 p.m. and that gives us 3 p.m. So the local time of Nigeria will be 3 p.m. With this, we have come to the end of the lesson. Please do well to attempt your quizzes and ask any question if there are any. See you in my next class. Bye for now.